32 competing nations, 64 games in the space of a month, and a global TV audience in the billions. It sure sounds on the surface like your textbook World Cup. Except that this is the 2022 edition in Qatar in November and December, interrupting the Premier League and the Champions League and too many more competitions to list. The questions we should be asking loudest in a World Cup year, especially now as the tournament kicks off, would normally focus on Lionel Messi on the grand stage for likely the last time, chasing the national team global glory that has so often eluded him. Only this time with Argentina in the midst of a wild 35-match unbeaten run. Or whether we should be looking harder at Argentina's old friends from Brazil and the Seleção's bid to halt a 20-year title drought. What about Europe's bid to produce a fifth successive champion? Or to really laser in England's seemingly forever quest to finally conquer all for the first time since, 1966.
Swinging 60s, here I come, baby, yeah!
What am I saying? The real focus, for our purposes, should be zooming in closer to home. How this will be the very first World Cup to feature all three of North America's marquee neighbors, Mexico, Canada, and back from its failure to qualify in 2018, the United States of America. But how on earth can we possibly dive right into the footy nitty-gritty given all the questions about how Qatar, an oil-rich nation of some 3 million people, won the bid to host this World Cup in the first place, and its reputation for the deplorable treatment of countless foreign workers who built so much of the tournament infrastructure, as well as the country's no less concerning reputation in the human rights arena, from LGBTQ+ discrimination to treating women as second-class citizens. And let's not forget, from a purely sporting perspective, how Qatar's unplayable summer heat convinced the sport's international governing body, after so scandalously selling off the planet's foremost singular sporting event and upending the sport's entire calendar, to stuff the crown jewel that is the World Cup into a holiday season synonymous on this side of the world with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and snow, spawning injury issues and fatigue fears galore when the modern game is already taxing players like never before. Surely, once group play gets going, we'll inevitably be hooked and start obsessing over Messi and his pal Ronaldo, over Mbappe leading defending champions France, but without the injured Paul Pogba and N'Golo Kante behind him, and naturally over the red, white, and blues chances, with star man Christian Pulisic playing so sparingly in his day job in the build-up to the Cup, to advance out of the same group that, just like South Africa in 2010, also houses England. What seems clear already is that the first ever World Cup in the Middle East, while undeniably historic, is destined to stray farther away from the textbook, the mythical World Cup manual, than any quadrennial championship in soccer/football history. Call the beautiful game whatever you wish. That much, you get to choose. Everything else, it's never been more complicated.